Over here, we have traditional life coaching. And that was, as I was saying, it's outside in only. So if you're a traditional life coach and you have a client that is struggling with something emotionally, you would refer them out to a therapist. That would be something that you would not work with them to help them overcome. A therapist is someone who is trained specifically in the field of psychology. Within that, there are different modalities. You could be an LCSW, you can be a therapist, you can be a family and relationship therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. So there's a lot of modalities within the mental health fields. And those fields are trained to diagnose and treat those conditions. Maybe it's depression, maybe it's anxiety. We, as integrative life coaches, are somewhere in the middle. We don't diagnose and treat, but we are qualified through the integrative toolkit that you learn to be able to support clients that have all different types of mental health issues to achieve more wellness and balance. So we, as integrative life coaches, are here, traditional life coaches are here, and therapists are over here. And I'll clarify that even more. A traditional life coach only coaches that outside in. So practicing powerful questions, active listening, helping a client come up with a game plan to resolve the problem or achieve a goal, and then supporting them. So that's what a traditional life coach does. An integrative life coach does all of that, plus also helps clients to overcome those core issues such as negative emotions, traumas, limiting beliefs that might be keeping them from achieving that goal. I'm going to talk a little bit more about our course. We've trained over 7,000 students worldwide, and we offer the Integrative Life Coaching Certification course, both in person as well as an online option. This allows you to choose which is most effective for your learning style. You can come to one of our in-person trainings that we hold throughout the year around the country, or you can also take the certification course online at your own pace, having up to 6 months to complete all of the coursework. What is the difference between IWA and other life coaching schools? And the answer to that is that we're the only integrative life coaching certification school, and we approach not just integrating over 20 different healing modalities, but also with that holistic model. So we are a holistic school. We offer support, hands-on support, even for our online students. We have virtual study groups and virtual connection groups for our students, as well as always being able to just pick up the phone and get an instructor live to guide them. But a lot of other schools offer that as well. What is most different is our curriculum. I'll talk more about the specific course that we offer, and that is broken down into 5 categories. So our Integrative Life Coaching Certification course has life coaching foundations, it has life coaching frameworks, life coaching techniques. It does have a small section on the business of life coaching, and then life coaching certification. It takes the core competencies and foundations of traditional life coaching, and then also integrates over 20 different healing modalities in order to coach that outside in, inside out proprietary model. You will also learn some basic business foundations to begin your practice. The certification course is a comprehensive online course that moves at your own pace with up to 6 months to complete the certification. And it is based on 20 years plus of research, education, and clinical best practices. Again, there are in-person training options or online course certification options as well. And once you're certified, you can bring this coaching knowledge to your current job or organization, your existing career in order to expand, or to begin a new career in coaching completely. All the IWA courses include certification once you successfully complete the 30-day action plan, which are all of the assignments within the course, take the final exam, as well as pass your practicum. And the practicum is done virtually, either via phone or Skype, and you will coach a volunteer client through 2 coaching sessions. Our client intake session, following the structure and using the tools that you'll learn in the certification, and the second session, which is a follow-up session, again, using the tools and techniques that you've learned throughout the course. And through that process, you are your own first client. So as you're learning all of the coaching tools and techniques, you'll begin applying those to yourself. Every single one of the exercises you'll be coaching yourself through. So you will increase your own wellness and balance. And by the time you get to the place of coaching another person, you've already walked through it yourself. And the example that I like to give for that is that if I were to let's say I was sitting in an office and someone came into my office and said, "Where's the bathroom?" If I had been to the bathroom, it would be much easier for me to explain how to get to the bathroom than if I hadn't, right? So if I'm trying to give directions to something in a fictitious place, I haven't been there before, I'm thinking of it in my mind, I don't have any direct connection or experience with it. So when we've walked through the tools ourselves, it's much easier to remember and to retain that information and to be able to share it with other people. How do I pick the right certification program? We hear a lot of questions about what are the regulations and the legal parameters as far as certification in the life coaching field. Life coaching is not a regulated industry, not in the way that, say, a mental health practitioner would be regulated. So, for example, they would have to get an education, and then they would have to pass like state licensing, and there's a governing body or state board, and they have to have compliance with them. Life coaching does not follow any of those parameters. As long as you are trained at a life coaching school and you earn your certification, you're able to legally practice life coaching, and also you're able to obtain liability insurance, which is definitely something that we recommend. It's usually for life coaches only a few $100s every year, and it protects you and it protects your future clients as well. So there is no governing body for life coaches. You can study anywhere that you want. How do you pick the right program is to really think about, do I want to coach in that traditional life coaching model, that outside in, where it's asking powerful questions, it is listening, it is helping your clients to create a game plan for behavior modification, for outside change, and then supporting them through that? Or do I want to do that as well as the therapeutic elements or aspects of integrative coaching? And do I want to also then, help clients to overcome their core issues so I can work inside out and outside in simultaneously? Really, the answer is different for each person. You can take a look at any course out there, and I highly recommend that you do that. Do your research and see which school you feel most aligned with and you feel like you're going to get a great education at. Because again, you want to master the skill of life coaching, and that should be the goal of the certification program that you choose. Because a career in life coaching, and this is something that people do not talk about often, a lot of other schools don't even mention it, but I think it's really important to talk about. There's two elements of a career in life coaching that are critical. Number one is mastering the skill of life coaching. That's getting great training and practicing and becoming an excellent coach. And then the second part of that is you are a business owner. So it's mastering the business of coaching. And a lot of coaches that I see, graduates of ours or other coaches out there, one of the number one question becomes like, well, okay, great. How do I get clients now? And I think it's important to acknowledge and to let you know ahead of time that you will have to master both of those elements. We can't just become great coaches. If you're going to have a private practice, you are then also going to be a business owner. So there's really no way around learning the skill set you need to run your own business. This isn't a challenge that is unique to life coaches. It's also things that mental health practitioners like therapists and even doctors face. They go to school, they get a great education, they get their certification, they're able to practice in their field, but then they have to figure out if they want to have a private practice, then how do I run a business and how do I get clients and all of that. So that's a really important thing for you to know ahead of time, that to have a successful career as a life coach, you are going to need to master both of those, the skill set of coaching as well as the skill set of running your own business. I want to take a few minutes here for some questions and answers. We posted a little poll to ask what your top questions were in a career in life coaching. So I want to go through some of these, and hopefully this will answer some of the questions that you guys have. The number one question is, how do I get clients? You also are going to have to learn the business elements of coaching. And what we have at Integrative Wellness Academy is also a business mastery course that is specifically for coaches and practitioners to learn those skills. And the Business Mastery course is available online as a supplemental course. And its sole focus is on teaching coaches and practitioners every single step that they need in order to start and build, as well as grow and market a successful coaching business. I think it's also important to know that you're doing two different things. When you're studying to get the skill set as a coach, as a practitioner, that is one form of study, one field of study. And when you're studying the business, that is another field. So please don't necessarily try to find a program that has everything that you need in one of those. And the reason that I say that is because you want a course, whether you study with us or another life coaching academy, you really want a course that focuses on one of those specific skills. So for example, our Integrative Life Coaching certification program does have a small section on business, but it just begins to help identify what that skill set is going to be in the future. But the entire course is really focused on becoming well-trained and being the best coach and really mastering that skill set. Please do study both of those elements. But the first one that you want to study is not the business side, because you don't want to approach the modality or the field of life coaching with only a business mindset. It is truly a helping field, and you want to approach that helping field very well equipped with the tools and the skill set that you need in order to support clients. How do I create products that can help me generate a passive income? We talk about that a lot in the Business Mastery course, actually, about creating pre-recorded programs and things of that nature. So one of the great things about life coaching, and also in this digital world that we're living in, is that you can create group programs, group coaching programs that you do virtually so that you're not working as many hours. And you can also create pre-recorded courses and programs for your clients. So again, the top concerns that I hear from potential students are feeling drained and unfulfilled in their current job. Also, feeling that their current career is lacking purpose and fulfillment. Overwhelmed with where to start. Lacking clarity on the right direction to begin a coaching career. And insecure in your own ability to be a good coach. And lastly, feeling fearful that you won't be able to live that big dream and also get clients and pay bills. Getting trained and certified through Integrative Wellness Academy will help you to overcome all of these concerns and be completely equipped for a successful career as an integrative life coach. I think doing research is really important. I think making a decision that we feel aligned with is really important. And I also think that sometimes over-researching things and looking everywhere and considering things can be an excuse not to move forward. So I would say be really honest with yourself. If you're passionate about a career in life coaching and you've looked into it a little bit and you're still passionate about it, maybe today or in the next few days is a time for you to sign up for a certification, whether it's with us or someone else, and to dive into a career as a coach. If you've been considering it for a long time and you're looking into it and then you look into it some more, it might just be a safety net so that you don't have to step into your purpose and your passion, because sometimes that can bring up fear for us, right? What if it doesn't work? What if it fails? Those are all things that might be happening in your mental system. And I do want to say that one of the biggest pieces of concern or feedback that we get, especially at a live training when we do an in-person certification training, is that people will say, I don't know if I am too messed up to be a life coach. I don't know. I haven't solved all my problems. I'm not perfect. I don't know if I'm ready to be a coach. And what I would say is, congratulations, you're human. And the last thing that your client needs is for their coach to show up perfect, because that actually just, that air of perfectionism is not helpful to a client. When we show up as coaches being authentic, and in the same process of mastering life and up-leveling and overcoming challenges, when we show up authentically, that's what builds the most rapport and trust and safety with a potential client, and allows them to sort of take that breath and relax and be themselves. So to be a great coach, you don't have to have solved all your problems. You know, I've been a coach for over 20 years, and I still have stuff that I'm working on in my life. And that's what you want to be doing as a coach. You just want to be on that journey and taking steps, moving forward, right? So no matter where you're at, feel confident that all of the experiences and all the challenges that you're facing right now are probably going to actually help you be an even better coach. So please don't think you have to have arrived, especially at perfectionism, in order to be a good coach, because that's a myth. So let's bust that myth right now. Yeah. As a thank you for joining me today, that I am going to give you guys a special rate that gives you 30% off of enrolling in either one of our in-person courses or our online course. So I will give you guys a discount code in case anybody wants to enroll today. If you would like to register for one of our courses, whether it's the online certification course or one of our in-person courses, a 30% enrollment discount today. It'll be good for the next 2 weeks. So if you have any other questions or you want to do any more research, feel free to do that. This code will be good for the next 2 weeks only, and it's my first name. It's all lowercase letters, Rachel. And then there's another thing that I want to offer, because I know that this getting the good education is really important, and I want to make sure that I'm there to support you. I've created 10 slots open in my schedule for the next week and a half, and those 10 slots, it's kind of first come, first serve, and schedule yourself with a 15-minute consultation directly with me. You can ask me any questions, and I can come alongside of specifically your values exercise that you did. If you have any questions about that, saying, oh gee, I don't know, I just discovered my values, is this really aligned with a career in life coaching? Feel free to also bring that up when we have our consultation. Enroll today for our online and also in-person course with the discount code if you want to enroll today or in the next 2 weeks, to schedule a consult directly with me so that you can get your questions answered. So thank you guys all so much. I really enjoyed having an opportunity to share some of my experience with you guys, and I really, truly hope it was helpful.